Michael Oblowitz, director of the Steven Seagal vehicle Out for a Kill and the Val Kilmer vehicle, The Traveller, brings us 2001's The Breed. This is the third film of Oblowitz's that I have seen, and I can tell you now, for his love of Dutch angles, quick cutting, and techno music, that I am dealing with a very 90s director here. Very 90s. Set in a dystopian future where a police state detective is forced to partner with a vampire in order to catch a psychopathic bloodsucker. They have to do this before it can sour newly formed relationships between vampires and humans. I can practically hear Max Landis jerking off into his patent socks as I speak to you right now. Or at least that explains his hairdos. The Breed is a very art direction led film. Despite the Gillianisms throughout, there are a few well chosen colour palettes, and the whole WW2 East European vibe is well worn, yet makes good contrast with the wisecracking screenplay, achieving a confident tone of genre, despite not devoting itself to any specific one. Yep, it's another one of them, one of those clusterfuck hybrid postmodern pieces of shit that almost make you feel good about the accountant-led oligarchy of modern-day American cinema. Only that it's not. Well, at least it's not insulting you with pretenses of being a message film. Entertainment is the name of the game here, and The Breed plays a fun one at that. A neat little detective story with a modernist post-war atmosphere and a postmodernist, yet unobtrusive or fucking obnoxious reconfiguration of gothic tropes to meld with the film's dystopian shenanigans. However, it's not all good, with some atypical 90s rave editing going on during the action scenes, which makes the action seem indistinct in some places. You really don't know what's going on. There's also some attempt to develop some distinctive characters, but such practice is commonplace in murder mysteries. That's why such a narrative template was popular to the postmodernists, and still is now. Their obsession with the celebration of individualism, of a political idealism or ideology, was perfect for the murder mystery. It was a perfect fit, and such made a perfect platform for their approach. However, The Breed is not an innovator, and has no illusions as to being one. Though there are some major gaps in the narrative, the film's full of crowd-pleasing chutzpah, good special effects, an intriguing enough mystery, a well-realised alternate history setting, for a 90-minute story that is, and you have quite an underrated post-Matrix thriller from the very early 2000s. So, is it worth your time? Well, if you look back fondly towards 90s hyper style and what the genre films had to offer back then check this one out. You won't be disappointed. However, if headaches arise from even the mention of this era, then I'd give this one a miss, as it's very much a film of its time. Tomorrow, we look at Philip Morris' maddening exploitation effort, Howlin' 3.